Welcome back. Thank you for choosing my video. Today we're talking about some Amazon finds. This one is the Guardian Eagle. These are available and I think they're like $12.90. So originally I'd purchased them for like $19, which was a good price. And then they dropped to $12.90 and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna get all 4 variations. We're gonna talk about them. I'll be making an informed decision. I'll tell you right now that I bought one, I was impressed. I bought another one and gave my son the option. I said, choose one. Because, I mean, if I find a good knife, I'm gonna put one in his collection too. And then once it went down to $12.90, cannot make this up. I picked up the other variations, so I'm just gonna kind of jump right into it. This is the black and stonewashed. This is supposed to be a G10. Okay, that is a G10. I have not opened these yet. I just opened the package, pulled them out, set them aside, and then now I'm making the video. So we got a black G10 with stonewash. And then this one is going to be green and stonewash, which it didn't say. So based on the way it looked like the G10. I'm assuming it's probably G10. Did not state on the website on Amazon that is G10. This one actually did say it was micarta, and it is green micarta. It does have that green micarta. It feels like, let's say, like the CJRB micarta. A little bit darker, but it's that type of feeling. Every company has a little different feeling in their micarta. Sometimes you can kind of quickly tell what company it is based on the micarta. It's not like a Kaiser when it comes to their canvas. This is definitely a canvas. Not like the Kaiser canvas. Don't think it is like the Civivi canvas micarta. There's the Civivi Kansas. Although it could be the same manufacturer. Closest it felt like was the CJRB micarta. Definitely felt like the CJRB micarta. Concept micarta is very close to like the Civivi micarta. QSP micarta here. And this one. Yeah, not the same. So probably not a whole lot of canvas micarta manufacturers over in China. This is the Concept Tenables, much different color. So who knows where they're sourcing it? But this one's a Kaiser. Kaiser is kind of usually pretty, like fabric-y feeling, soft. I think the best micarta is the Concept on this Convict. Good. It just, I don't know, it just feels really, really good. Okay, so into it now. This is the Guardian Eagle. Like I said, there's 4 variations. What attracted me to this was the Wharncliffe style blade. You have a deep carry clip with recessed screws. It is a liner lock. Of course, I love my liner locks. It does have a thumb deployment hole. The thumb deployment hole is fully accessible. It's not blocked, which you find a lot. And then it's got these like kind of shadow box liners on all the models. And the size was, well, just right. It's in that nice carry size. So get them all lined out. Get some measurements for you here. We're looking at just over 7 inches, 7.5 inches. They're all the same. It's all the same model. We're looking at a handle just over 4 inches and a blade that is just over 3, but just over 3.25, about 3.25. Thumb definitely feels like it's on bearings. Does not feel like it's on washers. I would venture to say it's probably metal bearings. Doubt you're gonna get ceramic at that price. There are flippers. So far, and this is my first time seeing these two, but with the other two, the lockup was good. They're definitely solid. Carried it around over a week. Carried this green one personally over a week and used it quite a bit. It held up, felt pretty good in the hand. Pretty cool design. You can tell that it is made by somebody who knows knives because they left plenty of room on that choil. You can see. They left room to access the thumb hole for deployment. Nice jimping, nice place to rest your thumb. The Warncliffe blade. Deep carry clip, recessed screws. Clip is inset into the liner, so you can see. Hopefully you can see that clip is inset into the liner. Liner lock, which I think is the best lock. I think a lot of people who are more experienced, have a lot more in collection, tend to gravitate more towards liner locks. I would say the majority. Not a captive pivot, at least doesn't look like it. I have not tried it out, so we can see what we're looking like on this pivot and what size we are looking like. A little bit of room in there. That is the T8. Let's see what size we're looking at. What I have on hand here. Let's jump into here. Should be a T10. It's probably looking at a T9. I can't even read what that is. Okay, somewhere here. I should have a T9. Let's see if I can find it. T10, T8. And that should be a T9 right there. T9. Yep, we are a T9. Yep, that is not captive. I can feel it moving. You can see it. Get that under the light there. There we go. Yeah, good look. Hey now. If I can get this right. There we go. See it spinning in there. Okay, so it's not captive. You will need two. Get those out of the way. So we had a T9 on the pivot. On the body, we're looking at, what are we looking at on the body? We're going to be a, what is that, 7? T something, right? What does that say? I can't even read it. T10. Yeah, that wasn't that T. Not that one. The other side. This side. I'm reading the wrong side. It's backwards. So Torx T7. Okay, T7. So we're T7 on the body. Okay, use this. It's like flipped on the screen. So use a phone here. And then when it gets on the screen, it's flipped. So everything is in reverse. So T7 on the body. Pocket clip is T7. Oh, we got one coming loose here. Or it looks like it's coming loose. Look at that. That screw. How do you like that? That screw is too big. If you look at that pocket clip screw. So it is protruding out there and there. So they have the wrong size screw. Which, kind of wonder. Yeah, there's nowhere else for that to go. So they used the wrong size screw in that. Interesting. This one this one's done correctly. Okay. So that has the wrong size screw. How about these ones? Yeah, that one appears to be done correctly. And this one, that also appears to be done correctly. Okay. In the end, I'll probably keep a couple of these. I don't know if I'll keep them all. Maybe I'll give them away or give them to some scouts. Yeah, this is good. Good stuff. Would I recommend this? Yeah. If you're into collecting, you want a good, cool, cheap design. I mean, look at that profile. It looks good. It looks good. Place for the lanyard or pull tab. It's going to sit back in the pocket. So when you're sitting in your pocket, this is going to be right pocket carry. It is not left. Like they're all right only. Tip up, right side. Okay. So right side tip up. That's going to fit into your pocket. Kind of get the angle right back a little bit. So as you're carrying in your pocket, it's going to full push back and give you room to pass your hand by. And I do like that. I appreciate that, especially when you got a little pocket packer like that. So nice. Okay, so the black blade, you do get gold pivot collars, and on the stonewash blade, we got blue pivot collars. So we do get micarta on the green. That black is G10, this is G10, this is G10. G10 feels like your typical G10. It does have some milling on it, some grooves. It looks good. It looks good. For $12, $13, even for $20, it's a good buy. I would recommend it. Cannot go wrong. I mean, less than $20, and you have a good, decent mid-sized carry. It's not a smaller carry. It's good. Fills a hand. Does a good job. It's comfortable. You know. Are you gonna sit there and use these for hours? God, for the love of God, don't. I've never been bothered by any pocket clips. Like I see them, they're like, oh, it's a hot spot, and it's digging. You know, well, I'm like, you know, are you squeezing your knife? Are you really squeezing your knife? Most of us are just grabbing the knife or cutting things. You know, if you're really into hardcore, okay, go find a knife that's invest the money, get something that's going to be really good in the hand. But I think a lot of us, it's more pocket jewelry. You know, this is more just a conversation starter. Or, you know, for me, it's like I like just flipping them. I like admiring them. I like the designs. You know, it's carrying different ones. If it's sharp, it's going to cut. I'm going to open whatever package I'm going to open. Probably the next knife from wherever I'm buying, or something for the kids, or whatever comes in Amazon, or maybe small packages of work and stuff. Most of the stuff I'm cutting is going to be paper, tape, plastic. It's not hard use. I'm not installing carpets. If you are installing carpets, get the right tool. Please don't use your pocket knife. Please don't post a picture of you using a Rosie or you know, some McNeese or something. Like, oh, that's a user. You pull out your Bigfoot. You're like, I installed 6,000 feet of carpet. Yeah, you destroyed your blade. Like, good for you. You know, I'm gonna treasure mine, and I'm gonna protect it, and I'm gonna keep it looking good, not destroy the shit out of it. I'm not gonna be able to buy another one. So, okay, let's narrow this down to one. I'm a micarta person, so I'm gonna narrow this down to micarta. I do like micarta, although I will say that I think this might be my favorite iteration of it. Let's narrow it down to that. That does look good. Usually I'm into satin blades. I do have an appreciation for a stonewash blade, especially one that I'm going to hard use. I kind of prefer a stonewash. It's going to hide it a little better than a satin that might take on a new scratch. So this does look good. Grab that. Get some comparisons here. So we'll go with the old faithful bug out. Everybody's got a bug out somewhere along the lines. It's like the Grail knife when you're new. It's like, you gotta get the bug out. Because there's so many videos on the bug out, I think it's just hyped up. There's so much been done about it and talked about. Is it a good knife? Yeah. It's a crossbar though. It's not into crossbars. It was a phase I went through early on in knife collecting, where the crossbars are like, ooh. And somewhere along the lines, like, every company started coming out with crossbars, and it just really turned me off. I got into a couple of them to start with, to pick up a Hogue, and I think I tried CJRB was kind of getting into that crossbar. The Drop Bear came out a few years ago, and that was a good one. I did pick one up, and then that was the end of it, and the crossbars for me. So here we have the Civivi Elementum, so a little bigger than the Civivi Elementum. Next up, let's go with a CJRB Pyrite. If you don't have a pyrite, you need one. And it's definitely in that range. The pyrite is arguably one of the best budget knives on the market. And it comes in all kinds of variations. So here we got the drop point and the Wharncliffe, or the Pyrite Alt, which anybody else bothered by the fact that this is the Pyrite Mini, and the pyrite that looks like the pyrite in the Mini is called the Echo? No, not Echo. There's a name, Mica. A Mica. Why do they call it the Mica? Oh, and I did get my son one. So there's a Pyrite Mini. Here is the Spyderco Little Native. And change this up here. And let's bring out a pair of 3. Definitely in that range. Pair of 3. Can't have the pair of 3 without a PM2. And I think we need to pull out what I think is one of my favorite CJRBs, the Echo. This one is the S90V Titanium. And ooh. Let's bring a, well, we talked about it. Might as well bring a drop bear. It seems to be like everybody's got a drop bear. So this might be one I need to use in comparison. So there's the drop bear. Let me know if the drop bear is one that you'd like to see in comparison videos. It's kind of getting that way because there's so many variations of it, and it's becoming very well known in the community. I like the Hiccup a lot. If you have one, if you don't have one, good knife. I recommend. Love the blade shape on it. That button is not sitting correctly. That button is always coming out too. If you had a hiccup, you have problems with that. The buttons are always kind of like untwisting. So here's the Beg Ladder 2. So this is one that I would recommend to anybody. So the few that, you know, I think must-haves in the collection is a Beg Ladder. Yeah, it's a Beg Ladder 2. Or is that the Beg Ladder 2? The Beg Ladder full size? I don't know, somewhere along the lines. Is something like that. That's Beg Ladder 2. No, they're both Beg Ladder 2. This is the button lock. That's what it is. So these are both Beg Ladder 2. One is a button lock, one is not. That's the difference. Okay. Well, let's stick with the frame lock, or the liner lock. And let's bring out, I had one in mind. Yes. About the Cormorant. This is another one that I think everybody should have in their collection. If you're fidgety and you're into knives, the Cormorant is a must-have. So Wharncliffe, who did it better? Who wore it better? And I guess I see the Wharncliffe in both. It's so confusing. What is a Wharncliffe? What is a sheep foot? What is a reverse Tonto? Like this is a Wharncliffe. These are Wharncliffes. Both advertised as Wharncliffe. Reverse Tonto, Wharncliffe. Yet there's some other out there. Like, is that a Wharncliffe? Like, or is that a sheep's foot? I would go with sheep's foot on that. But I think people would, because of straight edge, people would call that Wharncliffe. There's a Wharncliffe, advertised as Wharncliffe. The debate is real. We need to get to the bottom of that. Fox Yarrow. Definitely bigger than the Yarrow. Okay, so I think that's enough knives. Or we could bring out the Asher Spyro. If you're into that size, that's how big we're looking at. Okay. That's enough. It's enough with the comparisons. Okay, get you put away. Back in your home. And there we go. So Guardian Eagle, would I pick them up at $12.90? I mean, you just got 4 very decent knives. Everything seems pretty good. Fit and finish. I mean, nothing standing out, nothing sticking out, no burrs or, you know, anything gaudy or that really, you know, could catch your eye or anything. Not that I've seen or found. Everything has been pretty good, except for that somebody grabbed the wrong size screw on that pocket clip. So they probably ran out on their desk and they were putting them on or something. I was like, oh, grab that one, put it in. No one will notice. Like, yeah, bullshit. Someone noticed. But outside of that, so there we go. Out of 4 variations, we had 1 flaw. I guess it'd be a flaw or one thing that skirted quality assurance. If you're interested, if you're looking and you're on Amazon, these are on Amazon. They're called the Guardian Eagle. Let's see if I can find these for you. Today is August 19th. I'll try to have this posted in the next few days. And we're going to search Guardian Eagle knife. And we're going to look at a price of $12.90. So they're popping right off. The 2 black variations are popping right off. I'm not going to dive further into it, just that short search. Both of these are showing up at $12.90. Prime, and it's free delivery. They're telling me this will be delivered day after tomorrow. And it is Monday night. They're saying Wednesday. So I'm almost in a metropolitan city. So I'm in a suburb of DC. So this kind of will get to me kind of quick. There's large distributions near me. So your results may vary. But if you're interested, if you find this, if you have scrolled over it and found it, or it has piqued your interest, the Guardian Eagle, 2 thumbs up for sure. If my collection was stolen tomorrow, would I buy it again? I mean, to start out and funds are tight, whatever, yeah. I mean, of course, I'm just getting started out. If I'm buying a gift for somebody, if I want to get somebody a good knife that I know is going to hold up, yeah, I would jump right on this. Everything has been very good with these, even these 2. I mean, to 4 variations here. Pulled out of the box, checking them out. Every one of them has been tight. Every one of them has come right out working, smooth, nothing chunky, no break-in. Detents, all good. Feel consistent. Yeah, every one of these detents feels consistent. It all feels consistent. Impressed. Definitely impressed. We'll get one more size before we close this out. And we'll see how it stacks up against Ida, my everyday axe. There's my everyday axe. But the handle beating out every knife here. Edge being beaten out by the Guardian Eagle. Blade length. Guardian Eagle takes it. Handle. Ida. There we go. Thank you, Ida. The everyday axe. If you don't carry an everyday axe, what's wrong with you? Everybody needs to carry an axe. Gosh, 2024. So, if you stuck around this long, if you enjoyed this and you want to see more, give me that YouTube loving. That'll help support my channel. You know what to do. I mean, come on, you're on YouTube. You know what to do. Everybody says it. Just do it. I'm not going to tell you. Guardian Eagle. And there is only one model that I've found so far. Maybe in the future they'll have more, but for now, this is the Guardian Eagle, the one model they have out there. And yeah, I'm interested to find out more about it. Oh yeah, you know what? I'll mention that. Look at that. So you don't see this on a lot of knives. The liner lock is knocked down to get your finger in there. That reminds me a lot of the Echo, which I love. You see that? Where it's like just knocked out a little bit, round it down, get your finger in there. This is the way I use my liners. I usually close them like that. Flip it open, finger in, break it, and in. There we go. I'm not going to teach how to use a knife, but okay, good. Just notice that. Very nice. Nicely done. Maybe I'll keep them all. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of, I'm not into that green, but well, it's not bad looking. Do like the black. Micarta's all right, but I think I'm gonna go with the black one on this one. The black looks good. Give my son a choice. He can choose which one he wants, and then the others, well, we'll see what happens. But there we go. The winner for me. This one stays. Guardian Eagle.
I made you a logo.
I love it, buddy. But you gotta sign it.
And more knives, Jack.